Just kind of taking a look at that game. I mean, did you feel like the guys were just lacking a little bit of energy, or where do you think that came from?
Yeah, I think so. Well, you know what? I thought they got the first one there. Probably, and I know we're uncharacteristically making a little more mistakes than we normally do, and I can see that. And then also we don't have that energy I think that we had. That's for sure. You know, over the last couple months. So, but yeah, and that sometimes you make when you're. I think the expression is fatigue makes cowards of us all, and sometimes we make bad mistakes, and that was, I think we saw some of that.
Kind of more on the positive side here, the penalty kill at home, 96%. Where can you pay tribute to that? Where does that come from?
That was great, and I thought we even were right there with that 3-on-5 at the end as well. So I was hoping that we could muscle that out there. You know, I think we again made a couple little mental errors that kind of allowed them back in on that. But it's normally one of those things that we really take a lot of solace in and pride in right now, and it's been good.
Trent, I think entering this year, Rory Cairns was a guy who had fallen maybe off the radar for some fans, but 8 points in 8 games. What has he been bringing to your group?
Just he's a savvy little fella. Like he makes some good plays, and he's got some resourcefulness in him, you know. And I think he had a tough road there to start. I mean, we had him not play. I think it was the first 8 games, but he practiced really hard, and I think he's done a really good job with his opportunity.
What do you think, say, a player like William Stromgren can look at with Cairns and see maybe a pathway forward for him there?
I think there's a lot of work being done by Rory, and I think that he's been hard on pucks and heavy on his stick, and he has some he has some belief in himself that he can make those plays, and that's. And you're right. Like we need a little bit more of that from those other younger guys. But I mean, sometimes I think what Rory's doing too is he went to the East Coast League last year, and he doesn't want to go back, you know. And he's and those first 8 games, and I put him and Nico in the same breath. I mean, they worked really hard, and when they had an opportunity to play, they really took advantage of it, I think.
Great.
Obviously, you guys took the loss tonight, but what have you found that you have in your goaltending for this season between Dansk and Dustin stepping up for you guys? How have you liked their energy and consistency this year?
Yeah, I've liked their play. They've been really good for us throughout, and it's a great problem for a coach to have 1 and 2 or 1A or AA or AA, whatever you want to call them, right? And so they've been great, and hopefully they'll help us out and kind of get us out of this bit of a grind that we're in right now.
And just one last question. I noticed that you guys are rotating your alternate captains as well. What went into that decision? Just
I don't know everybody, right? And so I just told them at the start of the year that Sutz is our captain, and I was just going to kind of roll around with the A for a little while, and the A's, sorry, and then I just think sometimes it's just, as opposed to making preconceived notions or going off something that happened last year, I just wanted to see how it went.